Hello, I'm Ann Sullivan. Welcome to my music class.
Good to see you.
My parents were both non-musicians, which is not typical, I think. My father is a physicist, and my mom was a homemaker, a very good one, actually. But they did want us to have a broad education, and so all of us kids did study music. And I was the only one who just loved it and didn't need to be prompted to practice too much. Sometimes I did. We had an old flute sitting around the house, and that flute was not in very good repair, but we made it work. And I also studied piano at that time. And the older I got, the more it seemed as if this was something that I wanted to put all my energy into. And so I decided to major in music in college. And then I went to grad school in Chicago after that, and have always performed in concert in other countries or taught in other countries. And for the past 10 or 15 years, I've taught at a college in the Chicago area.
If I wanted these three notes, this arpeggio, to sound minor, a little bit sad, Benedicta.
You have to make the F sharp into F.
Good job.
In my music classes, first of all, we have a lot of fun. We want to learn as much as we can during that hour and a half, 45 minutes. But it's very important to me also that the students have a good time and that I have a good time too. If we leave that out of the study of music, we've lost something. I teach family music classes as well as other types of classes, but the family music classes are wonderful in the sense that the relatives, it can be a guardian or some relative of the younger students, comes to the class also and fully participates along with the students. And in this way, when they go home for the 6 days that they're at home, not with me, whoever the relative is, can help the younger student if they need that, if they have forgotten some of the skills that we learned during the class. We have teenagers who are very skilled in these classes, and sometimes they're the ones that need to go home and say, Grandma, Mom, Dad, whoever it is who's come to the class, you're doing it wrong, let me help you. And I love seeing that too. I like seeing all the different variations that we can get in the name of education. We do a lot of performing. That's very important in music, obviously. We want to be good performers. But we also need to learn theory and history. Those are the building blocks upon which we base our performance and our enjoyment of music also. It's a little bit like our language. We need to know grammar if we're going to speak at all. We need to know nouns and verbs if we want to say anything. It's the same in music. We need to know theory and history before we can build on our skills as a performer. Now, sometimes I don't mention the word theory or history. Maybe people don't want to hear those. Maybe they sound a little bit heavy, but we do incorporate that into our classes. I love teaching music because I get a chance every day of my life to see people growing. Now, I grow in my own performances, yes, I do, but it's at a slower pace. I've been performing my whole life, and so I don't see the changes quite as much. I'm a professional musician. These people are not professionals, they're amateurs, and they are growing by leaps and bounds. And what greater joy is that, to be able to see people increase their skill level and at the same time increase their enjoyment of music. And that's just the most exciting thing in the world, to see people progress like that. And I have never in my life ever had somebody not progress in music. So it's a win-win for everybody.
Goodbye, class. Goodbye. Good job. Let's take a nice bow and back up. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you